Hi guys, I would like to welcome all of you and for the session today. And I always would like you guys to, and I encourage you guys to ask questions if you have any time so that we can try to answer. So without further delay, I would like to invite one of our role models, basically that a lot of students would like dreaming to be. Stanisum. He was one of my students. He was in my class, and then of course always have had a hunger to learn and hunger to go to the next level, challenge himself to go to next level. So that you can see the evidence. Now he's a partner in KPMG. He became partner very fast. So he has a lot of experience working, and most importantly, he has a sense of belongings to the department. So he always come back and share his experience with our students. I would like can you unmute them?
Yes,
check who it is. All right, thank you. Okay, now I would like to give time to Stanley for him to share his experience.
Okay, thank you, Percy, and good afternoon, everyone. I'm Stanley Sun. It's my pleasure to have this opportunity to share with all of you about my experience, particularly as a graduate in the Information Systems Management Program from the HKUST. Just before I go in a little bit further on my, I would say, the greatest time of my life, I would like to share a little bit about my background first. So, as Percy mentioned, I'm a partner of KPMG in the technology consulting area. And what do we do usually is helping business in solving different challenges with technology. My role is to help people, help business in, for example, choosing the right technology for automating their operations. Helping my clients to develop blueprints on a lot of technologies that you may heard of, like artificial intelligence, blockchain, data analytics, cloud, etc. I'm also involved in designing, for example, virtual banks that you probably have heard of that is now running in Hong Kong. This is basically my day-to-day job, but to achieve what I am right now, to get the experience that I have right now, I think it all goes back to 15 years ago when I first thinking about choosing IS as my major, choosing information systems as my study for as my undergraduate study. So maybe I'll now recap a little bit of my time in HKUST and why do I think it really helps me to achieve where I am right now. Back then, I think like many of you, I was thinking about, what my future career will be, what should I develop myself on, how do I get the best life experience in different areas. At that time, I see technology is playing a very critical and important role, actually not only in business, in my view, but also to the good and the well-being of the human beings. And I think choosing IS is one of the best decisions I have made ever for several reasons. One, obviously, is around the great curriculum and the knowledge that I gained through this program. It's not just about the technical stuff. It's actually a mix of business knowledge and also a lot of information technology related topics around data analytics, understanding technology risk and controls, understanding networking, understanding the applications of different technologies into the business world, all those kind of things. And on top of that, I have a chance to really try out what I have learned. So for example, I actually took 1 year placement in an IT department of a regulator in Hong Kong, where I really have an experience, I have a chance to applying the things that I've learned into a real life context. And all these actually not just give me experience, but equip me to have a better view on actually how and why I should develop my career in this space, and actually reinforced my eagerness and wants in building my career in these areas. And of course, from time to time, when I was in the UST as a student, thanks a lot for Percy. Actually, he brings a lot of industry speakers to tell us, okay, what's happening in the industry, how can you plan your career, and it's not just about career. Actually, how do you what you should learn, what you should focus on, what are the things that the world is changing or going trends about. I think all these actually give me a lot of inspirations in terms of my life. And this is why actually now today I'm very happy to have this opportunity to come back to share what I've learned to everyone as well. And I've been doing that over the last many years. And I think this is a really good part of it that I think making me really helpful in building my career and as well as my life. And not to mention like world-class faculty here. I think it's another point that gives you like a really global perspective and exposures. I spent a few years in Europe in my career, actually between 2012 to 2015. And again, the learning, the global exposures that I had from the HKUST is actually, I think, one of the enabler for my experience in those space. So I think overall is a very fruitful experience that I really want to share with you all. And aside from my experience in the HKUST, now I'm also, as a leader in the firm, I'm also responsible for managing our people and resource matters. And I think when I'm looking into what the world that we are living in today, I think technologies or information systems related skills are getting like really important in a sense of it's not just about learning some of the technology stuff, because if you think about it, is there anything that can operate without technology these days? I can hardly think of any, if I'm honest. Simple things like what we're doing right now, a virtual conference or meeting in the presentations, or you think about any business, if they cannot run their online or digital parts of it, like I don't think it will be successful as well, right? So it becomes like a really core skills for anyone who wants to like develop their career or develop their experience in different areas. I think the IT skills is actually very core that you shouldn't miss, and it's very fundamental about it. And not to mention like IT talent is definitely in a very high demand. And I also, as part of my day-to-day life, I have the opportunities to interact with a lot of senior executives. Many of them are actually telling me they are Stanley. We are now also learning something around data, something around analytics, and even sometimes coding as well, right? The reason for that is not because they want to build their own apps or really be like a hardcore developers, but they know this becomes like a really fundamental and core skills for running their business, for managing their business, as well as a very key point for the human being. And therefore, they really want to learn and acquire from it so that they know how to make decisions. They know how to continue with their success with all these knowledge all today included. So overall, I think choosing IS as my major is definitely one of the best decisions I made in my life, as I mentioned earlier. And I hope over the last 10 minutes, I have shared with you on my experience, as well as a very compelling reasons of how IS is going to be very important and influential for one's development. And without further ado, let me pass my time to Percy first, because I know there will be more sharing upcoming. Yep.
Thank you, Stanley, for sharing your experience with us today. And I think I would recap. Currently, he's working as a partner in KPMG, and of course, success story, and being as a recruiter himself now. So he always telling us, Percy, please recommend us some IS graduates. So IS graduates are always highly sought after. So so this is something that you guys would like to really look forward. So the next, I would like to invite one of our current students joining to BBI's program as the program-based admission, direct entry. So Kate, so I would like to invite her to share her experience throughout. Thanks, Kate. So it's your time, please.
Okay, so let me share my screen first. So thanks, Percy, for introducing me and Stanley's sharing. Hi, everyone. I'm Katie. I'm a year 3 student enrolled in the BBA IS program with a second major in finance. and I'm so happy to be here today to see you all. In the sharing, I would like to first talk about why I chose BBA IS, what it allows me to achieve, and how majoring in IS can enhance your career. The first set of questions I asked myself when I was filling in the JUPAS form was, what do I like? What am I good at? What do I want to be in the future? I enjoyed studying chemistry, biology, and accounting as electives in my secondary school life, and I performed well in these subjects. So I was pretty sure that I like and I'm good at analytical thinking and business. I'm also interested in emerging technologies. But instead of being a purely technical person in the future, for example, an engineering student, I want to balance between developing business sense and technical skills. So the program fits me right as it is about applying technology to solve business problems, just as Stanley mentioned. And it is one of the most wanted capabilities in the current job market, especially in times like this where COVID has accelerated the digital transformation across different industries. The next question I asked was, how can the program benefit my career? What can I do after graduation? Upon research, I found that the program allows me to take specialized options. I can choose to be a business analyst, which serves as a bridge between tech and business people, or get a fast-tracked career in becoming an IT auditor. I can also be a systems analyst, an IT consultant, and etc. And if I am not satisfied with all the above options, the knowledge and skills I learned from the course can be applied to jobs in other business disciplines as well, like finance, where fintech is a trend, economics and marketing, and so on. As the program fits my personality and offers various career options, I chose IS without hesitation. So some of you might ask, why not enter the general business program and choose IS major afterwards in my year one? I would say choosing BBA IS program is a strategic move to secure a seat for a popular major, given you have reached the admission requirements. It is absolutely fine to enter the BBA program without declaring a major upon entry. The only issue is that you are going to have a fierce competition with your peers for an IS major because quotas are very limited and IS major is becoming very popular over recent years. You'll have to get outstanding results in the competitive IS introductory course and an overall very good GPA to get yourself an IS major if you take the board-based BBA program. So to save yourself the potential struggle for that, my advice will be selecting the BBA IS program in your JUPAS form at the very first place. Am I happy with my decision? The answer is certainly a big yes. With what I have learned so far in the IS program, I have reached many milestones in my university life. Let me share a bit about my journey as an IS student and what I have achieved. The program offers various up-to-date courses covering different domains like IS auditing, machine learning, and programming. They are fun, practical, and can clearly satisfy your curiosity about the current technology. For example, I took a course about data mining for business analytics and developed a high-level understanding of machine learning, which to me was once a scary buzzword. And I built my very first set of machine learning models to solve a business problem. And I can tell you that it is super exciting and rewarding. I've also applied the IS knowledge in real life, particularly during my internship. I applied the programming languages I learned, like Python and BBA, to automate repetitive tasks when I was interning in the Hong Kong government. This proves that the point that I've mentioned, no matter which field you are in, the skills learned in a program will always come in handy. As for how the IS department supports students' personal growth, not only will you be equipped with the technical skills and relevant knowledge that are demanded heavily in the job market, you will also receive academic and career assistance from our super supportive and wholehearted professors and TAs. The department also has 2 special kinds of awards to recognize students' achievements and contribution to our IS community. This is not commonplace in other departments. Due to the limited time, I couldn't cover other exciting moments in the program. To sum up, If you are interested in technology and its business implications, BBAIS is the right program for you. If you want to find out more about the program and the admission details, you can scan the QR codes here to know more. And please follow our social media page to get the latest information and activities of our program. Thank you. The resource links will be posted in the chat room for you later on, so don't worry if you can't take a snapshot.
Thank you very much, Kate, for your sharing. So I think now I would like to spend some time to answer the questions that you have it. I hope that you all watched the video, the basic presentation and about our program. So let me look into the questions that most of you guys do have. One of the question that you always keep asking is, I'm from arts background. I'm from maybe that science background. So is it suitable for me to choose IS? Yes, of course. If you don't, what you need to learn is something that you don't know. So Kate is one good example that she was not any IT background. And of course, she entered and she got the Academic Achievement Award. Academic Achievement Award means the best recognition. That means students got highest marks in our IS courses. So that itself reflects that when we teach our courses, we are teaching from the very, very basic concepts to a very advanced ones, so that students can progress gradually. So it doesn't have, you don't have any disadvantage. But of course, if you have learned any programming language before, then you can begin with advanced courses when you just start taking the courses. Otherwise, you can gradually go there, right? So that's going to be one of the burning questions students ask. The other one that I see most of the time is about the mathematics. Do I need to have a strong mathematics knowledge and background? Definitely not, okay, I'm telling you. So of course, we don't have any mathematics course in IS program. And of course, in fact, you don't have to be good at mathematics at all. Then again, that our focus, comparison between IS and CS. Are we going to try to create a very technical, very programming students? No, we don't. Actually, by the time that Stanley comes in, long time ago, or maybe that even beyond the Stanley, I was here. I mean, I've been working in new BBIS program even before you guys were born, most of the students. So at that time, I'm saying, at that time, we had a lot of technical courses, very in-depth. But what happened was most of the job opportunities being outsourced to India, to China, and elsewhere. So now our focus is bridging the gap between the technology and business. So our main focus is finding technology solve business problems. So we are the ones, IS is the one sit in between technology and IS. And then whatever the technology experts like CS guys, when they develop technology, we use this technology to solve the business problems to earn money. So that's the main focus that I'm saying. So if one more thing, very important thing is if you like to be a next billionaire, I would say, look at the billionaires in the world. The youngest ones who has become billionaires fastest within few years' time. Who are they? All of them are, who's the richest person in the world right now? Amazon.com, right? What is he doing? Information systems. So Facebook, okay? You can make, and Jack Ma. So all of them, they come up with information systems. So if you want to be a next billionaire, this is the major to choose. And sky is definitely the limit for us, for our students. So that's what we always keep improving our program. We are always trying to add more elements, always trying to give our students the competitive advantage. When our students go into the competitions, they outperform most of the others, definitely. So at the same time, we do have a very good relationship with the students all the time, and we always take care of them very well. Now, that's another question. Is compared to IS, will IS be a beneficial to whatever I do? Simple question is this now, okay? FinTech. What does FinTech means? Is helping technology in finance. So what is it all about? So you know that now you guys can, all of us can open a bank account. We don't have to go. we just use our mobile phone, right? We just use a mobile phone to open the account, and then we do all the transactions. That's called virtual banking. So virtual banking means, again, information systems, okay? And then, of course, when we talk about the investments to be made. So basically, we have the robo advisors, again, information systems. When you buy and sell stocks, we have a robo trading. So it's again information system. So basically, information system supports financial field, and it's going to be changed forever. So then, what is important and what I think has been added is going to be information systems. Thinking about accounting, or maybe that then we talk about it IS auditing. That's what Stanley started working in. Then now that's how he become a partner. So again, that's IS, information systems. Thinking about marketing. So we do have a digital marketing, right? So digital marketing means basically like compared to those traditional marketing executives, when we do marketing through social media, definitely this get a plus. So it's definitely a plus for us. A lot of our students do have startups. They, while they're studying, they try to find out good colleagues and friends can work with them together, and they come up with startups. Some of them are extremely helpful and successful as well. So what they do is they start one startup and then they sell it and then go for the next one as well. So the bottom line is this. 10 years ago, we had a choice whether we wanted to have information systems or not. But now we don't have a choice. For example, everybody who joined today, if you guys don't know how to set up Zoom sessions, you cannot join today, right? So what is it? Again, information systems. So now information systems change the way we play, the way we learn, way we study. So that is something that, and one more thing I would like to tell you guys is very important things that even Kate mentioned. Our total quota for our BBIS first major is 100. Okay, the last year, around 50 of them being taken by the program-based admission, direct entry to IS major. So once they enter to the school as a BBA, and then the quota is the least quota available. Even now, the compulsion even higher than getting into the finance major after you enter to the university as a general BBA. So it's to make sure that you will be able to get this fantastic major. I recommend you guys to choose as a program-based admission, IS, so that you guaranteed to get the IS major and you will be able to graduate with IS major as well. So then, of course, then as you all know that we have opportunity to have second major. So since that we have opportunity to have second major, then of course you can choose whatever second major that you feel like to. But IS is the most complementary, the major to any discipline that you have it. So that's something that definitely going to be, and the relying on IS is going to be even more and more every day. So that's something that probably you guys need to be very, very careful. And of course, if you guys do have any questions, any point of time, you guys feel free to contact us. So I would like to show you guys our contact information right here. So you can contact me. You can contact me. So where is it? And then, of course, in the website as well as our PowerPoint, you will be able to find out our contact information. Okay, so, and there are a lot of information available in the video. I would like you guys to have a look at it as well. So these are the contact information for us. So go to our department website, try to understand what we offer. Okay. And then my name is Percy. You can send me an email, percy@usd.hk. My office phone number. If I'm in my office, I will be able to maybe that communicate to you. Or if you guys would like to have more information and want to talk to us as a Zoom session, please communicate to us so that if you would like to join with your parents, ask specific question about IS major in the future, and we'll be more than happy. Myself, Sudha, Emma, all of us would be more than happy to even have a one-on-one Zoom session with you guys to answer any questions that you have. Okay, so please send us an email, please give us a call, and keep in touch. And our executive officer, I am Queen, so she's also more than happy to communicate with you all. So Any special questions that we do have? Sudha, have you find, or any one of you guys to have any special questions at the moment now? So our time is up to 6:35, Sudha?
Yes, Percy.
All right. So I think because since there's going to be parallel programs going on one after another, so I think we would like to stay behind and then answer the questions that whatever that you have it. So if you guys do have any questions for Stanley or Kate or myself, please free to direct us. So we would be happy to answer the questions. So any questions that we need to discuss? I didn't have time to look at the.
Percy,
Yes.
some participants have requested for internship part.
Yes.
And what is the basis for selection and how the department will assist in finding the internships?
Okay, good question. So it's a very good question, I would say, because in terms of internships, that our BBI students, in terms of percentage, highest in the entire university for sure. So why is it? Like, for example, Stanley, he went for internship, and his experience that he had done in HKMA, right, Stanley? You were in HKMA?
Yeah, I was in HKMA, yep.
Yes, Hong Kong Monetary Authority. So his experience definitely helps him when he goes to job interviews in KPMG later on. So we encourage our students, more than 50% of our students going for the internship. And then what is the beauty of getting into internship is that a lot of our students will be getting a return offer. Selection is usually, we are not trying to screen students. We are letting students directly apply to the companies so that you have opportunity, equal opportunity, regardless of your grades, and still you will be able to compete. So we don't want to screen out, and we don't want to reduce any one of you guys the opportunity to get into your dream job or dream internships. So internship is a fantastic opportunity for all of our students. Yes. Any other questions, Sudha, that you would like me to have?
Yes, Percy. The next question is, can we change our first major? If we can change the first major, is it any difficulties to enter in IS?
Okay, right. So in terms of first major, yes. So if you enter to a different major and if you want to change it, you need to join to the major selection session. So it's going to be very challenging, I would say, as I mentioned to you. So, I mean, this year we have around 50 students for program-based admission. So the entire remaining more than 700 students, you have only 50 quota to choose the IS major. So it's going to be extremely competitive. Of course, you can change your mind. You can change it because when you try, you may find that it's not my piece of cake, so that you guys may think about changing as well. Yes. Any other questions?
And one more question is, CISA certification applies to international qualification?
Yes. Okay. Certified Information Systems Auditor. So I think Stanley could be a better person to say something about it, right, Stanley?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So CISA Certified Information Systems Auditor is an internationally recognized qualifications. I am a holder as well. And as I mentioned, I also work in the UK and Europe for a few years in the past, and with this qualification actually is internationally recognized. So I have no problem in like conducting the relevant work even outside Hong Kong with this qualifications. And it's really helpful and useful in building one's career, I would say. Yeah.
Thank you very much for your insight, Stanley. And of course, CS exam is designed for IS auditor to take it with 1 to 2 years of experience. But our students, after completing our courses, they can easily complete the CS exam. So a lot of our students take the exams before they graduate at the end of their year 3, and they have certification when they apply jobs. And the most proud the incident is that one of my students become world number 1. So he has no knowledge. When you come to the UST, he had no knowledge about technology at all. And then he was not even IS major. So he was taking one of my course for interest. And then in the middle of the course, he came and talked to me, Percy, I would like to change to IS major. Then I said, wait, I want to see how good you are. And of course, he got A+ after the course finished. And then I accept him to be IS major. And then he took all of our courses, and he's so far is the one and only person to be world #1 in Greater China, including mainland China. This exam is conducting many countries, so maybe 150 countries in the world, having DR for about many years, but he's the only one so far. So if he can become world #1, our students will be able to pass easily. Yes. So any other questions, Sudha?
Double major for choosing both IS and computer science?
Yes, that's possible. So now we have the new concepts called, in the university started a few years ago, we call the additional major. So as additional major, you guys can choose any additional major. So in fact, like computer science student is just choosing IS and one of the very top students. So going from other school to a business school is more challenging, but from business school to go to the other schools, it can be easy. Yes, it's possible. But of course, it's going to be a lot of credits to complete, not 120. I guess at the end of the day, about 150 is doable. If you plan from the very beginning, if you take summer courses, if you take winter courses, and if you take fully 18 credits load, and final year, if your CG is good, you can overload as well. So I think even without deferring your graduation, you shall be able to do it. So that's possible for sure. Yes, Sudha, any other questions?
Is IS related to maths?
Yes, so I think I addressed that question here. So don't worry about it. So you don't have to have any mathematics knowledge to and do one of the best IS students, or maybe to graduate with first class honors. No need. So our students don't require for any mathematics knowledge at all. Yes. Any other questions now?
Is it hard for second year entry students to enter major?
Yeah, so that's what I mentioned to you again. So it's going to be very challenging, even though we have IS quota for 100. Like recently, like in the last 2 years, almost half of the quota has been taken by program-based admission. Like, and then you know that some students do associate degree and they enter the university, they can choose the major in their year 1 as well. So those students take up some of the remaining quota as well. So at the end of the day, like, you know, through the major selection, the quota available for IS could be even less than 50, less than half. So it's going to be extremely competitive to get in there. So if you really wanted to secure your entry to IS, so recommendation is going to be direct entry program-based admission. Any other specific questions, Sudha?
That's it, Percy.
All right, guys. Stanley, would you like to add something?
Yeah, I think just to wrap up a little bit based on what Percy and Katie share. I think IS is definitely providing great experience, great learning experience, and also practical working experience, linking technology to the real world. It offers very, 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 very positive perspective when it comes to career. And as also mentioned earlier, I think technology is just you just can't separate technology from any parts in the life these days. So having this as a major would definitely equip you to, or as a very good starting point in developing your career, and I would say getting a lot of great experience in your life as well. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Stanley. Kate, would you like to say few words, concluding remarks, anything that to these high school students?
I just want to say that I would encourage you to be like me and to just go straight to BBA's program, directly enter and select the major. Do not wait until you enter the university by selecting general BBA program and compete for others, because according to the feedback from my peers, the competition is really fierce even in my year. So good luck to you all.
All right, guys. So I think if you guys do have questions to any one of us, it's Stanley or even Kate or ourselves, please feel free to contact us any point of time. And great to meet you virtually. and looking forward to meet you guys in this beautiful university when you guys come to the university, and hopefully that I'll see you guys like Stanley, like Kate. I would like to see you guys in my class and be one of my students. And then, of course, you guys will be one of the guest speakers for the next generation of students to come in. All right, guys, nice to have you guys again. Please keep in touch with us. And yeah, it's a pleasure. Okay, good luck and all the best for your upcoming exams and all. And hopefully to see you guys back in business school in HKUST. All right, goodbye. Bye-bye. Take care.